My name is Erica. I have a cooking show, making tasty food that's healthy and keto. Diets and exercise can suck just a tad, but my crazy keto kitchen makes it not so bad. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back, you crazy keets, to another fun-filled episode of My Crazy Keto Kitchen. My name is Erica, and if you haven't guessed yet, this is my kitchen. So today's host, Kandice, is back!
Hello everyone.
Yay!
I missed you all so much.
She had a makeup malfunction last episode and couldn't quite make the camera, but we're glad she's back on the show.
I thought you were about to say, we're glad she didn't risk it.
I'm glad she didn't embarrass me. But she's in working order now. Kandice, tell us, how did the muffin go over?
I'm ashamed.
With unsaid persons. What
I'm
happened?
ashamed. Erica, my love muffins were good, but they just weren't good enough.
That's real sad. Well, he is missing out.
On some muffins.
And who wouldn't want this beautiful, darling woman? She's strong, she's athletic, she's feisty. We call her our little Spitfire.
Don't call me that.
I call her that, my little Spitfire. Well,
No,
c'est la vie is what we say.
Yep, true story. So that being said, alright, let's make this ricotta.
Okay, ingredients. So, Candace, what are we making?
We're making that cafe ricotta coffee mousse.
We both love coffee here in My Crazy Keto Kitchen, and we drink it on a daily basis. And I tell you, my favorite, actually, just about every morning, we do a cold brewed coffee. If you don't know how to do that, you take cold water, dump some coffee in it, stir it around, and let it sit for 24 hours.
Forget about it for a day or so.
24 to 48 hours. I'm telling you, just the taste in itself is so much better than hot brewed coffee. I know some of you are going to argue with me, but I just really, really love it. So, that's actually what inspired us to find this recipe from
SugarFreeMom.com.
SugarFreeMom.com.
Sugar-free Mom.
Thank you so much, because guess what? We've taken this recipe and we love it. We make it all the time. We prep this a week in advance, and we have it to eat throughout the entire week. Now, typically, whenever we do this recipe, we'll double it, but note to self, don't double the recipe if you don't know what you're doing, because the crap gets everywhere. So single recipe only, that's what we're going to be making today, and it makes roughly around 4 to 6 little cups. You'll see what we're talking about. We are going to start off with 1/2 cup cold brewed coffee or hot brewed. Either way, it's going to go into a pot and it's going to be hot. Okay, we're also doing some
2.5 teaspoons of dry gelatin. We prefer to use the straight up beef gelatin just because of all the extra nutrients. If you do want to get regular gelatin from the grocery store, they do have Knox. However,
it's not as good for you. This stuff is pure gold. It's collagen. It helps with the wrinkles. It helps with your joints. It helps with a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, if you don't know about beef gelatin, you can order it on Amazon. I get it in bulk because we use it on everything. And later, Kandice is going to be showing you some recipes that you can make sugar-free gummy bears. They are so delicious, great for snacks, great for the kids, and completely won't have an impact on your glucose levels. Moving forward, we got 1 teaspoon of instant espresso. Oh man.
less than 1 teaspoon of espresso.
So fun fact, Kandice, she used to get away with a lot of stuff as kids. And my dad used to make us eat salad, and all of a sudden Kandice is like, he's like, Kandice loves her salad. She's a good girl. She eats it. Kandice goes, I don't think I want salad today. And my dad's like, you better eat that salad. And Kandice's like, oh man.
We have 1 whole package of ricotta cheese. We get the whole milk. Don't go for the skim milk or the low fat because we want that fat. That's the whole purpose of this diet. High fat, moderate protein, low carb. And we're gonna do 1 whole cup of straight cream, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of liquid stevia. If you don't have this stuff, you can substitute it for erythritol or xylitol, but it probably won't work out the best. And of course, my favorite, Hershey sugar-free chocolate chips to garnish the top.
Yum.
So we're gonna go ahead and cook up our coffee mixture. We're gonna take that cup of coffee, put it up on high because we want to cook that gelatin into there. You want it completely dissolved. If you get chunks, okay, look, fun fact, when I first made this pudding, I just kind of like let the gelatin kind of just swerve in there and I threw it in my pudding. And then for everything, I kept pulling out little chunks of gelatin blobs. It just ruined the texture and it made me not want to eat it. And that pudding stayed in my refrigerator for a long time. It was kind of nasty. So make sure it's really well dissolved. And we're gonna go ahead and throw that up in there. So 1/2 cup coffee. Here, Kandice.
So notice how I'm kind of sprinkling in there and stirring. Sprinkling in there and stirring. Because if you don't, it's going to get chunky. I mean, it's still going to get somewhat chunky because it's gelatin. But try not to pour all of it in there because that's what I'm saying. It's going to start sticking to the sides. So this is completely normal if it starts over bubbling. Just keep stirring because we are getting that gelatin integrated into that.
Just make sure that if you're going to have a pot, make sure that your liquid is allowed to expand at least 3 times the normal size. Otherwise,
You're going to have a big sticky mess.
and it's just easy as that. If it starts bubbling over, you can just remove it from the heat for a second until you can get it to pipe the F down. But, pipe the F down.
So we're gonna go ahead and put the ricotta in the mixer, and we're going to add our espresso, and what else, Kandice?
Vanilla. It's 1 teaspoon vanilla.
1 teaspoon vanilla.
Now, do we need to add a little extra? Because the recipe calls for vanilla stevia, not just stevia.
You can. We don't have it.
And who doesn't like a little extra vanilla?
It's gonna be delicious. All right. Okay, 1 teaspoon. You had it. You said you had it.
I got it.
it. Okay,
I meant at that moment in time I had it.
so we mix this stuff together on high.
Mixing, 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 mixing. What are we supposed to do now?
Be paying attention.
I don't know what the crap you were doing.
We're gonna go ahead and pour our cooled coffee mixture in the blender. It's not that cold.
But that's okay. We're just gonna go with the flow.
And blend well. That doesn't never happen. I'm used to things splattering on my face.
Bet you are.
Okay, so it's smooth.
It's smooth. Okay.
Now we're gonna do, so we're gonna add in the heavy cream and blend well. You wanna kinda whip that cream. Whip it.
Whip it good. So she's slowly adding it.
I don't want to spill it everywhere.
Why don't you lift the little mixer up?
Because Kandice, that would make more sense.
Here, on Crazy Keto Kitchen, making things more difficult than they really need to be.
art of complication. Get a towel! It needs to whip though! We got this under control. We'll be right back.
And as you can see, it's starting to get thick, and that's what we're looking for. That's really good.
So here we have our mixture. Notice it's not super moussey. You can whip it more if you want, but this is kind of the texture and consistency that we like. So we're going to go ahead and put it into our little bowls.
Coffee, gelatinous goodness there.
And it's so good for snacks, dessert.
If you're ever wanting something like after dinner and you're just like, man, I'm itching for something tasty.
Breakfast. I've eaten it with breakfast before.
Coffee. Coffee's always good for breakfast.
Coffee and cream. That's pretty much what it is. It's like solid coffee.
It may seem like smaller portions, but really all you need is that much because it's just so filling. So now we're going to start my favorite part of this whole entire dessert, which is the garnish on the top. We are using these Hershey's sugar-free chocolate chips. The recipe calls for anything chocolate shaving, so if you want to get like bar chocolate, you definitely could, but we are more on the lazy side, so what we are going to do, we're going to take some chocolate chips, and we have a nice little coffee grinder here. You can get one of these from Walmart or any sort of store ever stuff.
Honestly, we use it probably more for chocolate shavings than we do for actual coffee.
Yeah, kinda, basically. And you just want to just dump some chocolate chips up in there. Okay. Place your lid on and simply
That's good. That's good. Just like that.
Alright. So we've got our lovely chocolate shavings right here. What you want to do is you want to grab a spoon, and from there you can simply just start sprinkling. And to each his own as far as how much chocolate you want to put on here.
More chocolate, the better.
Exactly.
Whenever we put this in the refrigerator, it's going to sit for 2 hours or overnight. And the gelatin inside of it is going to make it harder and more like a pudding consistency. But it's like a pudding mousse.
And it is oh so delicious. And the chocolate part of it kind of seeps down into the upper crust of it. So you really get that full deliciousness of the chocolate with the coffee. And chocolate and coffee is always a good combination.
Mocha.
Mocha.
Alright, so we've gone ahead and put our chocolate on of our mousse. And what we're going to do is going to put it in the refrigerator now for 2 hours. Best be believe we're going to be eating after that.
Oh yes, can't wait.
Alright, welcome back. We have waited 2 long, excruciating hours waiting for our pudding to get done. And now we are ready to try it. Look at that, it's beautiful. It's got a nice crumbly texture up top. Let's go ahead and try it, Candice.
It's nice consistency right here, very firm yet delicious. Ready?
I love my job.
That is fantastic. That is
It's so
so good. It's a nice mocha because you have the chocolate and the coffee.
It's almost like tiramisu without like the cinnamon and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Without the lady fingers in it.
Mm-hmm. Kind of what it reminds you of.
Very reminiscent of tiramisu.
That's good stuff.
That's delicious.
Yeah, it's fine. Thanks. Well, there goes another episode of My Crazy Keto Kitchen. Thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, My Crazy Keto Kitchen. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Thanks so much for sticking around. Stay classy.
funny.
What about the beaver teeth? Whatever happened to that one?
Good God.
Welcome back, you crazy keep, to my. Wait, did he at least eat your muffin?
Yes, he did. He said he enjoyed the muffin, but you know why? Because we shake it like Jello, make the boys say hello.
Because you know I'm rocking the beat. Isn't that terrible? He just eats your muffin and
then
leaves.
leaves.
You didn't tell me my shirt was all deflected and my boobies taken out. Okay. Because I'm 5'2", I want to dance with you. Okay. What kind of man does that?
And I'm telling you, I don't offer my muffin to everyone.
That's a precious muffin.
That is a precious
A
muffin.
valuable muffin that took a long time to prep and get ready, and he took it, ate it, and then left. So notice how I'm kind of sprinkling in there? I can't get it open. It's stuck.
You need some offhand camera help?
Alright.
They got nothing on me.
Cameraman Adrian.
What is wrong with this?
It's real.
Oh, got it. I got it.
We
I
got
got
it.
it. I got it.